Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I got a couple good afternoon. Pretty frosty reception there.
We should do it like in choral. Good afternoon, Mr. Rhodes. Okay, sorry.
All right, welcome to our Civil Service Commission meeting. It is Thursday, February 1st, 2024. And the first thing on the agenda is the approval of our Civil Service meeting minutes for November 16th, 2023.
Can we take roll, please?
Oh, yeah, let's take our roll first.
Mr. Rhodes?
Here.
Mr. May?
Here.
Thank you.
All right. You got to start putting that on the agenda. I
You
forget
always
that.
say that.
I forget that every time. Okay, approval of the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as recorded from the meeting on November 16th, 2023.
I second that motion. Any questions on the motion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposes? Motion carried. Next on the agenda, we have 4 issues going on with the fire department. Turn this over to Chief D'Amico.
Yes. The first thing we'd like to do today is remove a few people from the current list. 7 people that we've skipped 3 times, we'd like to remove. One of those people just didn't show up for one of their interviews, so they basically removed themselves. And that puts us in a situation where we have 7 people left, and we're really only interested in one person that we want to make an offer to. They're the very last person. So we can't make that offer until these 7 people are removed. Once that offer is made, we wanted to see if we could close the list, and we're going to ask for permission to give another test.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to remove candidates Parker, Tackett, Kilbane, Bruce, Bartosh, Schneider, and Adams from the eligibility list.
Second the motion. Any questions on the motion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposes? Motion carried. Okay, so now you need to close the current list. Is that correct?
Yes, that with those removals, it puts me in a position to be able to offer to the very last person on the list, Kayshawn Hunter. I was going to offer him after this meeting tonight, and we would like to close the list and ask for permission to give another test.
I'd like to make a motion to close the certified list in accordance with Rule 9.02 so that a new list can be created.
I second the motion. Any questions on the motion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposes? Motion carried. So now we need the new, did we say the new list? Or did we already
Start a new
approve
list.
that? You starting a new list? Okay.
I will make a motion to start a new original appointment list as requested by Chief D'Amico.
I second the motion. Any questions on the motion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposes? Motion carried.
One question, I did have a question. So projected, what's the horizon that we'll be in a position to hire our first firefighter off this list?
Off of the next list,
Yes.
I don't know, Erica, do you remember how long it took us the last time to get through the testing process, the advertising and then the testing process?
So we have to post and advertise for 30 days, and then they have about 4 to 6 weeks to take it on the national testing site. I think we can choose if we want to do 4 weeks or 6 weeks. So then that's another 30 days, and then they have to go through the physical test, the physical agility test, 90 days, or,
90 days.
yeah.
But we're not in any danger of gapping our capability during that time frame at all?
Not right now. I'm pretty sure this number 34 would take the job. He's a local candidate, so that's a bonus for him and us. I don't have any knowledge of anybody making any arrangements to move to any other departments, but I mean, you just never know. We kind of just didn't want to have to we wanted to do all this at one meeting, so we didn't have to put it off until like March when the police were going to need their next meeting. So hopefully around that time, we'll be close to being able to certify a new list.
Okay, thank you.
Anything from you, Chief Oliver?
I guess I'll follow up Mr. May's comments. Were you sort of asking timeframes, and are there potential struggles with some of these timeframes to fill these positions, or?
Yes.
That's a direct correlation with police right now.
Well, and I didn't read the agenda. I ran into a police officer this morning who's lieutenant, either testing for lieutenant. I'm just trying to think of where we are in that process as well.
That's ongoing. There's a written test that's already been performed. They're waiting for their assessment center for the lieutenant and a sergeant now.
Okay, so we will need to have a meeting to address the police hires before we come back and reattack on this fire department. That's more than likely, right?
Correct. We're currently posting, we're doing the 30-day posting for the open test that's coming. But to your original questions, I mean, so our test is going to stay open for 6 weeks. After that, it's usually at least another 2 weeks before you can get the physical agility in, interviews, then our background process starts. After the background's complete and we make conditionals, then the process starts with pre-employment testing. I mean, it's sometimes 120 days before we can get some boots on the ground. So we're really trying to look at all avenues to make that more efficient in this day and age and sort of see where it takes us. It really needs, that conversation needs to be had. So we're kind of talking about it internally, and then we'll approach with some ideas.
How are the hires going? That, remember we did the action that we could get lateral transfers or lateral moves that are, is that going well
Yeah.
as planned, or?
It's ongoing. I mean, we have had a successful lateral candidate, but we're in the same boat as every agency, not only in the state, almost the country. You could pack up today and go get a job in California, Montana, Alaska, Indiana, you name it, it could happen. It's really just about where the family is. So while that has assisted, it obviously unlocked potential there, but it's gone a completely another level with candidates and where they're going and who we have and what candidate pools are out there. Honestly, the academies are graduating numbers in the single digits. That was unheard of, and it's where we're at now. So
I just had a conversation yesterday. Was at a funeral, unfortunately, in Cape Cod for a Marine buddy of mine. But one of the guys who was there, his son is just getting out of the Marine Corps, and he wants to be a police officer, and he's applying for the Rhode Island State Police. That's where they're from. And that's pretty good. It's Rhode Island State Police, pretty good reputation.
Good.
But I said, well, I'm going to come to Sandusky, Ohio. It's just like Rhode Island.
we'd be glad to sit down with them. You know, we're doing everything we can, as is everybody in this profession right now, but I really, we're going to have some ideas to sort of bring back and see what we can do about efficiency and timeframes and things.
Cool. Thank you for entertaining those questions.
You're welcome.
So are you a couple short, or how many?
We are currently 5 short. We fluctuate, so sometimes we've been running 2 or 3 short, and we'll lose 1, gain 1, something will happen. So right now, we're down 5 full-time.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you?
Currently, we just have one opening that needs to be filled, and hopefully that gets filled after I leave this
With that
meeting.
guy. Yeah.
But, there'll be a good 3 weeks at least before he's done with his employment testing before he can start.
Okay. All right, anything else for the cause?
I don't think so. I can make a motion to adjourn.
Well, I'd like to schedule the next meeting. So with our timeline for what we're doing with the police, we'd like to meet on Tuesday, April 23rd at 3:45.
I don't know right now.
Okay,
Send it out and I'll let you know.
absolutely. So just wanted to give you a pre-heads up. That's the date that we are aiming for.
Okay.
Okay,
Tuesday. April 23rd.
It's a Tuesday, April 23rd.
If I may. The reason we're with that date is that's sort of a way for us to sort of speed the process up, where it used to be we'd close the physical agility side, there might be a week or two before we were able to meet. This is just sort of pushing all that forward in whatever way we can. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be Tuesday, but that's why that date was thrown out there.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the soonest date we could do it? Is that, I mean?
Yes, that would, our test would close, we'd have the opportunity to run the physical agility, and then we would be here almost the day after.
Okay. I mean, that was, we very rarely have a specific date in
Yes.
mind when we leave, so
Yes.
it's like 23rd of April
On the 23rd, please.
at 3:45.
And
Okay.
I'll send it out. And if it doesn't work, we'll find something else that works.
Yeah, I'm starting to umpire at that time, so I got to look at my list, see if I got a game scheduled for that day. So,
Okay,
Understandable?
we'll make it work.
There's not enough umpires either.
yeah, definitely. So,
I know.
All right, that's all I have.
No offense to umpires, but that's not as important as policemen or firemen. Sorry.
Noted.
you're absolutely right.
Okay, 23 April. Great. Lean into that.
So it's been motion and second that we adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposes? We are adjourned. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.